Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, they turn to Ford, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Power through, and he's going to have a Ravens first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run once more with Edwards. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 2nd and 6.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Lamar changing the look. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Edwards now on 1st and 10.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
Still first down.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it,
it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Second and 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Jackson. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
55, 59,
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play calling from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
It's a room to maneuver. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Edwards. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. A give for Edwards running right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From his goal line here, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Dig down deep.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 31.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go, baby. Let's dominate this. Y'all got time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, 59.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Browns take over.
Yes, sir. 50 points down, he's coming.
The final shot before the break. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give them a little bit of vinegar in there and cover a big dose of honey.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With plays like that, exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech, who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
They certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him. He's going to go down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. A surprising move to go for it predictably, like somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
God damn.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own.
That's the same thing I do to Chad. I get down there and throw an interception every time.
6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thorne here. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Watson, a bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to pass receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as he gets us up to about the 42.
Great to see Edwards back doing what he does best. Mr. Dependable for the Ravens backfield. He's faced injury woes the last 2 years, missing all of 2021 and almost half of 2022. But back at full strength now, he can be a load.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And not much there at all. Maybe an yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. And everyone crashing the ball here before he even made the line, and they hold him with just a yard.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. 2 more after this. This is the NFL. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football.
Last game.
As we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now.
Yeah, quit talking because you getting shit confused like you the man or something.
Now they got to continue to ratchet up the intensity.
Yeah, you heard it.
And get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Okay.
Here's Jackson. Got his hand complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And brought down before they get it inside.
3 interceptions. Come on now.
Sets him up nicely.
He had 13 for the longest.
14. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to put the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with the pass there on the 2-point try, and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will start this drive with 4. here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there. First down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
He finds his man complete. That's 4. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might bring big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Come on, Sam. I ain't got no more cigars.